Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? It's Justin here, welcome back to my channel. We're back to the reaction to Better Call Saul. This is the final season, season 6, episode 5, Black and Blue. And based off that episode title, I can't help but think somebody's gonna get their ass beat this episode. I could be wrong about that though, because with this show, they like to make you think one thing before revealing something completely different. But yeah, normally at this point of the season, we would be at the halfway mark, but because it is an extended season, we still got a few more episodes to go before the show goes on a brief hiatus and eventually comes back. I have the date in front of me here, July 11th, 2022. So yeah, not too long of a break before it does come back with the final episodes, the remaining episodes of the season, of the final season, which I am super excited for. I can't wait to see how it all wraps up and ends, but yeah, I'm still kind of grieving over the loss of Nacho, so I don't know where we go from here. I can't help but assume we're going to see more schemes and hijinks from Kim and Saul in regards to tarnishing Howard's name, which I've already gone on record as saying I'm not on board with, because yeah, I don't feel like he actually deserves these things to be happening to him. But also, we haven't seen Lalo in a minute. I don't think since the first episode, so I feel like he's due to pop up real soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do see him this episode, but there's only one way to find out. If you guys look for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. We're just jumping right into things here. Yeah, science. We better be making some meth right here. Look at the way this show is filmed, honestly. Show me another show out there like this. 'Cause I don't think there is. This show, man. I swear. Can't sleep, Kim? Something eating at ya? Screwing over Howard? Tarnishing his good solid name? I've seen a lot of people guessing that she's gonna die. That's the reason why she's not in Breaking Bad, but honestly, guys, I don't see her dying. I see her getting in trouble with the law. I'm standing by that prediction. She's alive in Breaking Bad, as far as I'm concerned. Smart. Smoking is not, however. Smokey the Bear says, only you can prevent forest fires.
The nuns back in Cicero would send me to hell for saying it, but thank God he's dead.
He doesn't even know yet. I thought she told him. I know she's trying to give him peace of mind, letting him know, or letting him think that he is truly gone, but that's dangerous. Gus motherfucking Frig. Better be signing my overtime. I'd be scared shitless asking him for a raise though. Imagine going to his office. I need a tall mirror like that in my place. Just check myself out before I leave every day. Make sure I'm strapped. It's concealed properly. I swear, the actor that plays Gus, I think it's Giancarlo Esposito, he's so good. Like his meticulous movements. It's all the little things in his performance that I really appreciate.
Give me a large on that. Also, 2 Cokes.
Mood changed. Vibe check. Oh, he zoned right out. Just give those another good wipe down. You're good to go. His spider sense is going off. He has that. Lalo must be near.
We are currently in the middle of a process called discovery.
Nothing happened and that was intense as hell.
Unfortunately, high-stakes class actions like these often move on a protracted timeline.
Well, okay. Some of us don't have a protracted timeline, if you know what I mean.
You have every right to pursue independent legal representation.
No.
Absolutely. It's great to see the
She's
next
flopping.
generation stepping
She's failing hard up there.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be with you today. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm your lead attorney, Howard Hamlin. I know you all want to get to the finish line. Boy, I sure do. Truth is, we still have a ways to go. Why? Because we want the maximum from Sandpiper. We're pushing to get
maximum
5% on top of the penalty. Not because we're greedy.
Look at him go, he's killing up there.
Because it's what you deserve. Now to get your due.
Cliff thinks it's a Coke speech.
May take a little extra time.
That was very well done. Very well said. Cliff's gonna confront him though, I feel like.
I know.
They're reaching a boiling point.
Aaron, I'll see you back at the office.
Bye, Howard.
Howard, I need a minute.
Here it comes.
What's up? I threw a woman out of my car in the middle of the street. I don't know how to respond to that.
I'm not asking you to respond. I just need you to know that I know.
It wasn't me, Cliff. Whoever you think
Yeah,
you
sorry,
saw.
but that's the kind of thing my son used to say. You got a lot of people in your corner.
I'm in his corner.
Maggie at the country club.
Yes.
Then on Thursday, you have a business meeting, and you witness a Jaguar speeding past. Who are you meeting with?
Not sure why that's germane, but Kim Wexler. She came to me for career advice.
He knows. He knows.
All right.
Of course.
What's he gonna do about it?
You can start today, Howard.
Oh, I will. Because you're right. I do have a problem. Just not the problem you think. I have a Jimmy McGill problem.
You can start today, Howard.
Cancel my week. Yes, my whole week.
Oh shit. She's back. And ready to break bad. She's not cutting. The toilet's still there.
Morning rush. So that's your station, temporarily, of course. That
It's a bit of a downgrade.
on its way to the dumpster.
Bit of a shithole.
Here at Saulgoodman and Associates, we welcome all ages, all creeds, all stripes. What Colonel Sanders is to chicken, Saul Goodman is to the law.
Good luck.
Where are you going?
Back to the MVD. Took half a personal day for this.
What if I double your salary? Did I mention the signing bonus?
And he really wants her here. And we know he gets her.
I get a say in the decorating.
Open for business.
She's already
One
changing.
at a time. Thank you. Mr. Ward, I'm an attorney. I have an appointment with Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward, I presume,
Is he gonna box him?
as in H.
Are they gonna scrap?
That is
Black and blue?
cute. So what are we doing here?
I'm tired, Jimmy. You, me, us. I'm tired of this. Aren't you? It's exhausting.
I kind of respect this.
Sorry, but have you lost your mind?
Actually, I'm as clear-headed as I've ever been in my life.
It's kind of like the man thing to do. He's like, you want to punch me? Here's your opportunity.
So what is this? It's like pistols at dawn.
I'm trying to give you what you want.
What I want, I think this is what you want. You want to beat the shit out of me legally?
I think you can hold up your end.
Yo, Howard's kind of a G.
Indulge me.
He's had
Let's
enough.
see what we see.
Honestly, I think I would put my money down on Howard. This is actually going down.
I need you to keep your mitts up, protect your face. Tap gloves.
Yo, is this real? Let's get it. Yo, the camera shots and everything. Look at Howard.
Yeah! On the trail!
Body shot. Okay, he returned the favor. The commentate this. Oh, he goes down with the body shot. They're both terrible. Oh! Yo, he dropped Howard. We got ourselves a scrap, folks. Uppercut.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Yo, he's standing over him too, like fucking
Mistaken my kindness for
Muhammad.
weakness.
Muhammad
That
Ali.
made a difference. I'd like to think that this ends it. Probably not.
How'd it go?
Pretty much as expected.
So, we're on?
Yes.
Anything in particular you want me to look for?
I need to know everything he does and everyone he talks to.
We'll see you Friday.
Damn. Now he's being followed. We got Mike's men on Kim and Howard's men on Saul.
What are you doing? Put the ice back on it.
I gotta see if this will work.
I'd say you'd be missing a bet. I'm Saul Goodman. Pow! I fight for you.
New commercial right there.
I should have left Howard standing there like a yutz. Instead, I let him suck me into his game.
You know what's coming next.
I don't. That's how she brings him in.
Hey, Mike. Hey,
Mike's too old to be doing that.
you asleep?
No, that'd be a dope ass job. Might be a little bit boring, but hey. You get to eat there, just sit in front of the TV screens.
Part of the reason we set it up this way is so you can get some rest.
Meticulous.
Yet, I take it.
Scrubbing with a toothbrush.
It's a waiting game. Wherever he is now,
Wait till he
sooner or
appears.
later, he's gonna end up right here. He can't strike. Not yet.
Still a lot of work that needs to be done there.
I could put more guys on the place if that's what you're thinking.
I don't know what he's thinking. I never do.
Upstairs. Give me whatever you like.
You're American.
I guess you could spot us a mile away. Yeah, I'm here on business.
There he is.
A town called Hemis.
Hemet. I almost visited there once.
Maybe you'll get to go there another time.
No, I don't think so. But it's a nice idea.
Who is this woman?
Hello, I'm Margareta.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Margarete.
I knew his work was dangerous, but never imagined such a thing.
What were they building there?
My husband didn't talk much about his work. It was very secretive.
Oh! It just hit
The
me.
lawyers came to my house. I asked questions. They
Who
wouldn't
Mike
speak.
took out. Fuck, what was his name? Werner. Werner Ziegler.
They went through Werner's things. Tell me about New Mexico.
You would love it.
Here we are, my little cave.
For an older woman, she's pretty. I wonder why Werner wanted to get back there to see her.
Miss Little Bear. When do you fly home?
Tomorrow.
Well, in another life.
She's lingering. She's still thinking about it. In this life? It's not what he was there for, but it looks like he was still down for it. Can't blame the guy. And he's gone. Just like that. How do they do these things? Do they just tell the actress, alright, you just stay there overnight, sleep like normal, set the alarm, and just get dressed and come on out at this particular time? And he's heading back. She did actually have work in the morning though. She wasn't lying. Don't kill the dog. Even though he is a yappy one. She's back already? Ah. It all comes back. I don't know how I got meth from that. That's why I don't even guess anymore. I thought they were making meth at the start. Just get your phone and go to work. Ooh, he went out the window. And that's where it ends. And that's not suspicious. I know if a window is open or closed at my place. If I ever come into my home and I see a window is open, I know somebody was there. I wouldn't just close it and be like, oh, that's weird. Like, man, that was a really good episode though. But alright guys, that was Better Call Saul, final season, season 6, episode 5, Black and Blue. And now I know what the title is actually a reference to. Let me just get positioned here properly. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. That is not what what I expected. I did say at the very beginning though, I did kind of guess like somebody's going to get their ass beat. Not really surprised it is Jimmy, but I am surprised by how it actually came about with the boxing match, one for the century, Howard, everything. All right, I might as well rewind a little bit. There's a few things to go over for this episode. It was a really intense episode. There was a lot of scenes too where no words were said. I don't know what was up with that Gus scene when he actually went to the laundromat and he was in the meth lab that was obviously not finished yet. I don't know what exactly Gus was doing in that scene. I feel like there's a couple scenes this episode involving Gus where his spider sense, his sixth sense was going off. The other scene earlier, a lot of long shots this episode too, but the other scene earlier when he was actually in Los Polos, that was an awesome shot when he started in the very back and then he walked through the entire kitchen and went to the start or went to the front, the cash register, and then started serving people. And then he just completely zoned out while that one guy was making his order of the 12-piece spicy, extra spicy chicken. That scene, I don't know what was up with that scene either, but Gus, he definitely has a spider sense. Even going back, the sixth sense, going back to Breaking Bad, if you guys recall, I can't remember what episode it was near the end of season 4. Was it 10, 11? It was right around there where basically Walter White was right about to blow him up. He had the bomb and everything on his car before he actually went to Hector. He planted it on his car first, and then right when he was about to go back to his car from the hospital, this is Gus I'm talking about, he was ready to get blown up, and then just out of nowhere, he stopped in that parking lot. He's just like, He looked around, he's like, no. And then he just walked back. And actually, no, I think he stopped too, where he actually like put his hands on the railing. He was looking around. I don't know if he ever actually spotted, it definitely wasn't confirmed, if he spotted Walter in that moment. I know I'm kind of talking about Breaking Bad here, flipping wrong show, but I'm going to get back, so don't worry. But yeah, ever since then, like, I don't know if he ever noticed Walter in that moment. I don't think it was ever confirmed, but that scene alone kind of told us that Gus, it's not just him being smart and meticulous and extra careful. He's always had like this sense, like he senses danger when it's near. So going back to this episode too, in that scene when he's just chilling there serving people in his own restaurant, out of the blue, he's just like, nope, gots to go. So that was super weird. And then later on, when he was in the laundromat, also this episode, he's just chilling there with Mike. Mike just said something random, and then he just completely stops. He just like goes down there, starts cleaning up, picking up things, turning things off randomly, lights and fixtures and whatnot. I don't know what he's thinking. I know he's definitely on edge because he knows Lalo is still out there, and it's only a matter of time before Lalo actually strikes. And I definitely want to talk about the Lalo stuff as well, but before I do, I kind of want to go back to closer to the beginning or closer to the start of the episode. I'll make sure to talk about Lalo before I actually wrap things up here. Now I've talked about Gus already, but yeah, start of the episode, the stuff with Cliff and Howard, Howie, he was actually killing that one meeting that they had with the older retirement people, the seniors, and their settlement that they're still waiting for. He was killing it. At first he was shaky too, and Cliff was looking at him like, drug addiction. And I do that too, so it's not necessarily a drug addiction thing. Could just be anxiety. And I think in that moment, that's exactly what that was for Howard, because he knew he was going up to speak in Aaron. She was losing them, the old folks. Like, they're ready to turn, like, I'm going to get my own lawyer and just seek out my money on my own. And then right after that, Howard, he stepped up and he freaking killed it. That was one hell of a talk. And then Cliff afterward, he's like, you know what? I'm just going to get this out of the way. I can't like hold this in any longer. I got to bring this up, confront him about everything I've seen up until this point. And then when he confronts him, I thought Howard actually handled it very well as well, because even though Cliff wasn't buying what he was saying, Howard was determined in that moment. He knew what he had to do. And he's like, who were you meeting with when that all went down? He's like, not that it actually matters, but Kim Wexler. And then right away, everything, it just hit him. He knew right in that moment, right in that instance, that it was all Jimmy McGill, Saul Goodman, that he was the culprit, even though I don't know if he necessarily suspected Kim for that, but she was definitely a part of that as well, so accomplice in regards to that matter. But yeah, he knew right away what he had to do, and then confronting Jimmy right away, his plan, and it was actually super slick on his part, making it seem like a client needed his assistance, needed a lawyer at the boxing ring, at the boxing gym, and then when he actually showed up, Mr. Ward, it was actually Howard there waiting the box. Like, he was in there in his sparring outfit and everything, in his gym attire, and he was ready to box. That was freaking something I did not expect, even though the episode title is called Black and Blue. So I figured somebody was going to get their ass beat this episode, but seeing it all play out like that was freaking awesome. And I love that whole scene too, because at first Saul actually had him. He's like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what this game is, but I'm just going to walk away. Like, I don't have time for this. And then as he's walking away, he actually turned his back. Like, he was so close to not falling into his trick, not falling into his plan. He just couldn't help himself. His ego, we all know that that's one of Saul Goodman's biggest issues, is his ego. He couldn't say no at the opportunity to potentially punch Howard in the face. And then they had their sparring match. They had a ref and everything. That was super enjoyable. I actually really, really liked that scene. And then in the end, Howard knocked him on his ass. Gave him a black eye. Black and blue. That was freaking awesome. And then shortly after that, that wasn't even like the main scheme. And even though I was actually fully respecting Howard even more for that, for like saying, hey, whatever the problem is, let's scrap it out right here and now. And then even after he dropped him, he was standing over top of him like Muhammad Ali. He's like, I really hope that this solved the issue, whatever there was, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't anyway. You're still going to go through with whatever you've been doing. And then on top of that, right after Howard left, he had his own like PI waiting. I don't know if it was one of Chuck's former PIs. I don't think it was the same one as when he busted Jimmy before breaking in and breaking the tape and everything, but it was definitely a PI. So now Howard has somebody watching Jimmy / Saul and is definitely going to catch him doing something because he's been up to a lot of stuff. So I don't know what exactly he's going to catch him doing, but we know it's going to be something. And that's very interesting because I did say it during the episode also. Like, everybody's being watched right now. It's like Game of Thrones. Everybody's got their own game that they're planning from behind the scenes. Like, it is super intense right now. We got Howard's men now following Jimmy. We got Mike's men now following Kim. Like, everybody's being followed and tailed. We don't know, or actually we do know where Lalo is. I'm going to get to that in a second, but Gus doesn't know where Lalo is. He thinks he's being tailed. Like, everybody's being followed right now. There is danger around every single corner. I don't know how they set up this to be so freaking intense in this show because it's a prequel. We know where most people end up and how they end up in Breaking Bad, but this show does such a good job of keeping us guessing. Even though we do know where a lot of these characters end up, we don't know, or I'm still worried, and I'm still concerned for their safety in this show. But we saw what ended up, or how Nacho ended up, what his ultimate fate was. We now know why he wasn't actually in Breaking Bad. We still don't know why Howard and Kim are not in Breaking Bad. So, yeah, if anything, I feel like Howard following Jimmy or Saul, whatever you freaking want to call him, I feel like he might get in trouble for that. I know a lot of people are saying that Kim is going to be the one to die. That's the reason why she doesn't make it to Breaking Bad. Honestly, I don't agree with that. I just don't see that happening. It very well could be a real possibility. That could be her outcome, her ultimate fate, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening, if I'm being honest with you guys. So that's why I don't think she's going to be killed off. But now that Howard has somebody following Jimmy, and we know Jimmy's up, or Saul is up to some crazy things, I don't know if that's actually going to catch up to Howard. I feel like Howard's more likely to be killed off. As crazy as that sounds, that's a hot take for you, than Kim is. Obviously, I could be wrong. I have no idea how the remainder of this season is going to play out. I don't even know how these episodes are going to play out going into them because I make sure to avoid all trailers, previews, sneak peeks, and I like to just go into everything blind now. I feel like it makes for better reactions, so that's why I try to avoid everything nowadays. I'm not one of those YouTubers that tries to be first, that has to be first just to get more views. I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm not hating on everybody else too because I know that's the reason why they are so big. Like, that's part of it, and just being consistent with that. But I don't know. That's not what I'm about, at least in regards to my channel. Maybe one day, but I'm just enjoying the series that I'm watching and enjoying them on my own time, not rushing anything out, if you guys get what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but now I gotta kind of spin this back somehow. But I still want to talk about Lalo though, because at the end of the episode, I wasn't exactly sure where he was. And then it all hit me all of a sudden. It was, I don't know what the actual instance was where I came to the conclusion of what I actually was watching. But they must, I don't even think they mentioned his name, but I think they just mentioned the accident and the death of her husband, and that's when it all hit me, because obviously I heard the accident. Werner Ziegler, man, I did not even think that Lalo would be looking him out and looking out his wife. And he almost hooked up with his wife this episode too, and she's a pretty woman. She's a little bit older, but hey, now I fully understand why Werner was trying so hard. He came out with his own like heist, his own scheme to break out. It's like a prison break to get back to her. So I don't blame him, but at the same time, he was super stupid for doing that. If he just would have waited, he would have been spending the remaining days of his life with her instead of her having to go to bars and meet up with Lalo and almost bring him home to her own place. And that's actually what she did. Of course, she didn't actually bring him inside. She was tempted to. She was definitely thinking about it. So that was very interesting. But on top of that, that one scene that came about afterwards where she goes inside, he just leaves, very respectful. I thought he was going to kill her, do something. I don't know what exactly he was going to do. I didn't know what was coming of that scene, but eventually they go their separate ways. And then that time lapse overnight, man, the shots in this episode, in this show, so freaking good. I love it. But when we skip to the next morning, they didn't even skip. It was just a time lapse. But the next morning, she leaves for work. He sneaks inside. Lalo sneaks inside. And thank God he didn't do anything to the dog because you guys know I'm an animal lover. I have 2 cats of my own. I hate seeing all the shows I watch, especially Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. Every single episode, horses are being killed off, and it's freaking brutal. But yeah, nothing happened to the dog, thank God, even though Lalo, he was putting on the silencer. He was ready to, if he had to, at least kill off her. And then I guess he kind of would have had to kill off the dog too, or at least open up the door and let it free because it would have starved afterwards. And I feel like that's almost a worse fate for the dog, but she came back in after we initially thought she had left for work. She forgot her phone, of course. And he was inside. He actually snuck out. It was actually a super intense scene also. I'm super glad he didn't do anything to the dog, though, or her. But the dog mainly. And then, yeah, I guess he got what he came for. He found out more info. I don't know if he actually found out info while he was there, but he knows that Ziegler's or Werner Ziegler's other men, they are still out there. And, yeah, I don't know if he's trying to track them down to get more info because they can definitely confirm Mike that he was the one that was working with them. Obviously, they can't confirm where they were working, but it's progress, I guess. So in regards to his revenge and actually getting back to Mike and Gus, I can't wait to see how that all plays out. But man, that whole thing was super intense. And then yes, the last thing I really wanted to bring up was the start. Here I am thinking they're making meth like Breaking Bad style. Instead, they're just making a plaque, a ruler. I don't know what that was exactly for. I guess it was for one of Werner's previous jobs. They're putting that in like a plaque of some sort. A statue, I don't know exactly what it is, a plaque. That's what it was. What a beautiful way to shoot it too. Like, honestly, this opening was magnificent. And it wasn't even Kim Wexler directing either. Let's see who the director was of this one so I give my props properly. Melissa Bernstein. I'm not familiar with her, but yeah, either way, great job on her behalf because that was so well done, so well shot. It fooled me. I thought they were making meth at the start of the episode. But everything, that's why I don't guess anymore when it comes to this show because I'm always wrong. I always look like a fool by the end, being completely wrong with my guesses, but I thought they were making meth. In this case, it was like a plaque. It all came back. Super cool. This show is so good. I feel bad for anybody that is not watching the show because, yeah, they're doing a dishonor to themselves. I swear to God, it is definitely up there. Top tier show, but yeah, we only have 2 more episodes. I'm looking at them right now. The next one is Axe and Grind. The one after that is Plan and Execution. I feel like that's when something is really going to go wrong because things have been going too smoothly up until now. Something has to go wrong for Kim and Saul at some point, and that's probably going to be the cliffhanger also before it comes back with the remaining episodes. But yeah, the last one actually airs May 23rd, 3 days before my birthday. I'm going to make sure I get that out to you guys before my birthday. And actually, my birthday falls on a Game of Thrones Thursday. So yeah, very interesting stuff. I can't wait for the next one. 2 more episodes, guys, and then a bit of a wait, but it's not too long of a wait. So yeah, any predictions that you guys have for how the remainder of the season is going to play out in regards to Howard now tailing Jimmy, or at least has his PI tailing him? Then Lalo, his revenge plot against Gus. Obviously, he doesn't actually get revenge, but Kim is out there too. She doesn't make it to Breaking Bad. How and why? I definitely want to hear from you guys. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys could like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yo, and when you put that shit on me, then I watch you leave, let you back in, you came back in and shit on me, drag me along for